Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6 of Beneath the Surface, an A&G Concrete Pools podcast. As always, I'm your host, Luke Hannon, and this week we'll be exploring the summer of design. That is all of the most incredible designs from 2025 and the summer season that have come along with them. We're going to take a look at a few interesting projects here, some specializing more in exercise, others focusing entirely on the aesthetic function of the backyard. So we hope you join us for the entire episode. There are 4 unique projects that we're going to take a look at today. And with all that said, let's get to our first project. The first pool that we'll be taking a look at is this beautiful lap lane centered pool complemented by artificial turf and marble decking. It is truly the epitome of modern geometric design, but also has an incredible functional element as well. When the client originally came to us, their number one priority was creating an open and inviting swim space for their exercise. Now, along with this, they were concerned that most pools offered a splashback, and that is, when they were swimming, the walls of the pool were actually reflecting the water back into their swim path and causing a more choppy water feel for them. Now, given that directive, we immediately began conversations with our engineering team, determining the best course of action to eliminate that backsplash and create a far more fluid and smooth surface for that swim. The ultimate result was an incredibly unique system built upon various elements that are found within nearly any pool, but comprised in a new way that allowed the dispersion of water at an incredibly high volume while still maintaining that standard surface level. It essentially functions as a perimeter overflow pool, but can take so much more water than the standard perimeter overflow as a result of the larger drains incorporated throughout. Aesthetically, of course, we didn't want to compromise the swimming pool by having it have those main drains stick out in any way. So we made sure to have the material selection match that of the drain covers. That's where you see there that nice smooth gray palette that's used throughout. When looking at the surrounding features beyond the lap lane itself, one might note the sun shelf at the entry, but also the spa raised about 18 inches above the water level and accompanied by 2 adjacent fire water bowls. This offers an incredibly relaxing ambiance to the space and also a very unique visual touch point. Having those fire elements along with that more elongated shape really carries your eye to the back of the pool and across the yard. The interlock artificial turf decking is one of the more common features that we're seeing on more and more high-end modern designs these days, and it creates a truly unique aesthetic where you're sort of grid locking out the entire deck, but sectioning off the portions in a very measured and a very consistent way. This is perfect for homes that are aligned to more minimalist styling or just have a more modern feel overall and want to replicate that cool geometric feel that's in the interior of their home into the exterior and the backyard as well. Lap swimming was central to this design from its inception, shaping every subsequent decision. The client's vision was clear, prioritizing uninterrupted lap swimming above all else. Once this central priority was established, the design evolved outward, embracing minimalism, meticulous precision, and a visual language defined by sharp contrast and refined restraint. Despite the project's strong functional foundation, aesthetic considerations remained equally important. Travis Leonard, president and owner of A&G, personally led this design, ensuring performance never overshadowed elegance. Notably, the gray drain covers were thoughtfully matched to the waterline tile, allowing the sophisticated drainage system to integrate seamlessly into the design. The result is a space distinguished by technical sophistication, presented quietly and gracefully through a beautifully minimalistic approach. The defining engineering achievement of this project is the custom overflow swim system, engineered specifically to prevent disruptive wave backwash during lap swimming. Developed entirely in-house, the system employs a strategic combination of standard channel drains and a collector tank, typically reserved for perimeter overflow designs. Innovation here lies in adaptation and integration of these standard components, creating an uninterrupted swimming experience. Precision was critical throughout. Drain ports were installed subtly within the tile band, preserving the visual continuity of the interior finish. The ports and tile were matched closely in tone, maintaining seamless elegance across the waterscape. Functionally, this required meticulous grading, careful hydraulic planning, and exact execution to avoid backflow and ensure perfect waterline stability. This blend of performance and visual elegance is the hallmark of this waterscape. The next custom swimming pool we'll be taking a look at is this incredible waterfront residence. Now, this pool is actually raised onto the second story of the home, So not only did it require quite a bit of foresight for accounting for being so close to the water, but also building within those confines. In a home like this, that backyard platform is raised in construction with the intention of a pool being placed inside it. Now, from there, our design team focuses on how to best utilize that space that's been carved out for them. And what you see here is the ultimate result of that effort. Angular, defined, and perfectly incorporated into the environment, this swimming pool offers everything you would want from the ocean experience itself right in your backyard, overlooking such an incredible view. In consideration of the features included, one might note the sun shelf at the entry of the pool and also the table incorporated over onto the left side that creates a seating area for those already inside the pool. Also, one of the rather unique aesthetic features is the tiled band edge going on the backside of this pool, sort of mimicking an infinity edge in some ways and creating that uninterrupted view of the horizon, really making it seem like that ocean is only a few steps away. As one might imagine, there's quite a bit that goes on with a pool like this structurally, making sure that all of the pilings are tied in correctly and everything is structured to withstand the necessary pressure, because in a situation like this, there is no surrounding hydrostatic pressure to counterbalance the weight of the pressure of the water. So we need to make sure that when we're designing the pool, we're very particular about the amount of gallons being used, the flow rates involved, and exactly how much weight is going to be expressed by the pool on that surrounding. Will that surrounding be able to structurally maintain that, not only for the current day and age, but also for many years to come? We don't want to create a swimming pool that is going to have an issue 5-10 years down the road because it's cracked the foundation or caused irreparable damage. So those considerations were made, again, in very important collaboration between the design and the engineering departments to make sure that everything checks out on all bases. And the final result is one that is truly incredible from not only a visual standpoint, but a functional standpoint as well. Conceptualized by professional designer Jason Barron, this project seamlessly aligns the home's architecture with its oceanfront surroundings, both visually and conceptually. The homeowner's guiding vision was clear: integrate the ocean's presence directly into the backyard environment, creating continuity between the constructed waterscape and the natural coastal backdrop. This subtle yet sophisticated approach aims to bring the sea emotionally closer, enhancing the overall visual experience without detracting in any way. Achieving this vision involved disciplined design choices, such as the tiled back beam, which reflects ocean hues, creating a faux infinity effect that merges pool water with sea beyond. The property's diagonal boundary, running almost parallel to the shoreline, influenced pool positioning and orientation, effectively turning the waterscape into a reflective mirror of the adjacent ocean. The result is a pool that feels less like an added amenity and more like an architectural extension, perfectly framing and enhancing the oceanic view. Second-story pool installations inherently involve precise sequencing and a strict structural demand. For this project, the pool shell was carefully created within a pre-engineered void in the elevated terrace, demanding exact construction methods to ensure waterproofing and structural integrity. Passive drainage systems were integrated into the design to manage trapped moisture effectively, ensuring the long-term durability of the shell. Coordination with the home builder was meticulous, as the original home design included necessary foundational support for the anticipated pool. While no additional seawall reinforcement was required, tolerances for weight, pressure, and waterproofing were strictly observed. Permitting proceeded smoothly, and site geometry, specifically the diagonal property line aligned nearly parallel with the shoreline, guided the project's visual symmetry, elegantly connecting home, pool, and ocean in one cohesive sightline. Perhaps one of the most interesting designs in the history of A&G, this swimming pool offers two dual swim bodies along with a centered spa. It's a very unique design that allows you to separate the space individually depending on who might be entertaining, what kind of guests you might have over, and who would want to be in those separate bodies. Paired with this is 3 independent walls, each featuring 3 scuppers of their own that create a truly tranquil sound amongst the larger surrounding vegetation. While not massive in scale, this is a waterscape that uses the space available to it quite well, making sure that proportions available from the deck to the water edge are appropriate so that walking around the space is rather easy. But at the same time, you're not sacrificing any of that pool space. Finding that balance and making sure that the use of the backyard in consideration of not only home, but the setbacks and the legal requirements as well, is something that our team specializes in, allowing you to have the absolutely perfect space, not only in terms of the water, but the entire backyard, making sure it functions in every way that you desire, and not solely being an exercise in how much physical water space we can possibly fit into the backyard. Created as part of a larger model row, this pool was designed by professional designer Jason Barron, whose creative vision is especially pronounced here, embracing the expansive wider canvas of this home site to craft a waterscape that is conceptually daring yet architecturally precise. The resulting design boldly breaks from convention, featuring a centrally positioned raised spa encircled by a submerged sun shelf, flanked by dual mirrored swimming areas, and punctuated by a striking triple-panel water feature wall with almost sculptural verticality. Characterized by symmetry and visual strength, the layout expresses a formal, grounded energy reminiscent of architectural brutalism, softened by the rhythmic interplay of water from 9 independent scuppers. Here, spectacle and permanence intertwine, creating a space designed to leave a lasting impression. Precision defined every stage of construction, particularly in achieving exact alignment for mirrored swimming bodies. With symmetry as a defining principle, even slight deviations risk compromising the entire visual impact. Additionally, the expansive triple-panel water feature wall required meticulous hydraulic planning to ensure that uniform cascades across all 9 scuppers were properly calibrated. This elevated standard of execution extended to every corner, line, and seam, reinforcing the clean geometry central to this design's powerful presence. While construction methods adhered to A&G's consistently high standards, the exactitude demanded here elevated the craftsmanship even further, ensuring each element reinforced the intended architectural clarity. Perhaps one of the most impressive projects we've had the opportunity to create this year, this home began as a spec home, and when the builder came to us, they expressed a desire to have a swimming pool that not only matched the width and the volume of the home itself, but something that would stand out within the entire community and neighborhood, truly serving as a capstone, as this is one of the final homes completed in said neighborhood. The result is a truly incredible waterscape, combining features, functionality, and aesthetic beauty in a way few pools can. In this pool, you'll find a spa, 4 raised fire bowls, an infinity edge spillover feature, and then an entire freestanding floating fire pit in that catch basin. This is a project that requires incredible congruency between not only the design and engineering department, but the construction department as well. The considerations needed to make sure that all these elements collaborate and work cohesively are ones of the utmost importance, and having that collaborative process throughout not only the initial design, but the entire build phase allows a project to be created in this kind of manner. Further complemented by surrounding landscaping, an artificial putting green, and a combination of marble and turf decking, this project is exceptional in every way and serves as not only one of the greatest designs we've had the opportunity to construct this summer, but in the entire history of A&G concrete pools. This project was designed in-house by professional designer Bobby Austin, done so in collaboration with Pulte and DeVasta Homes. As a spec residence, the directive was deceptively simple: create the most spectacular backyard environment in the entire development, a showpiece that would define not only this home, but the entire community. Without a specific homeowner to guide selections, the design needed to speak with universal appeal, and from the earliest sketches, Bobby prioritized not just scale but purpose, ensuring each element felt measured, aligned, and experiential. What emerged is a layered, symmetrical layout, integrated level changes, and a powerful symmetrical balance, with every line drawing the eye further, and each plane revealing not only a new collection of features, but a new perspective as well. This project is defined by its architectural complexity, a pool built across multiple levels of verticality where visual rhythm and hydraulic precision meet in every feature. The raised spa, clad in deep blue tile, sits elegantly within the pool's footprint, gently overflowing into the surrounding sun shelf. At the opposite end, a sunken platform hosts a fire feature surrounded by floating pavers, a sculptural centerpiece of both function and form. Executing this design required heightened attention to the variety of elevations present, especially where elements like the raised spa and sunken fire feature interact. Achieving seamless water flows across varied heights, avoiding stagnation, and ensuring balanced recirculation demanded extensive engineering collaboration. And throughout the construction process, the project was closely monitored by the designer, project manager, and the Pulte DeVasta team, guaranteeing alignment across aesthetics, performance, and execution. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Beneath the Surface. It's been incredible to share all these unique waterscapes with you, and we're excited by the opportunity to build your perfect waterscape in your backyard. In our coming episodes, we're excited to begin exploring conversations with our trade partners as well as our community partners here in the St. Lucie County area, and we're excited to bring those to you. Feel free to join us by following on any and all socials and watching or listening wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see you next time.